SusiePoos channel, and today I'm doing my campervan conversion tour. Welcome to my campervan. This channel is all about Susie and our adventures together and what we get up to on a daily basis. This channel has a wide range of videos, from how-to videos to DIY to funny videos to informative videos. This is my campervan tour, and let's get on with the video. Hey Susie, shall we get on with it? What? We'll get on with the video. We best do, eh? This is Susie. This is her favourite place in the whole entire van. She loves to sit here and peep out the window to people coming, and she absolutely loves it. She loves to keep guard. I think the front of the van is always the most boring part, so I thought I'd get that over and done with. So simple things I've done in the van. I've made some macrame, and I've put some hooks on there. So where I've put my hooks and everything and made my macrame, you come down and it's just somewhere to store all your bits and pieces. I've just put some decoration in here. This just brightens up the area. I've actually, wherever I've been, so I did interrailing with my brother, and I made these seashells, and then friends had gave me these. So these are just lovely to take away with me on my journey. So whenever I'm driving and changing the gear stick, I can see them when I'm going along. This is me and my partner's favourite chess piece. So just a little memorabilia to make the front of the van as exciting as possible. So when we first got the van, the whole van was just a right mess. That's why I got it so cheap. This was completely teared up, so I just sewed some of this on rather than buying a whole new seat. I thought this was just lying around the house, and it adds a bit of character to the van. The engine was absolutely sound. With regards to the engine, I changed the oil, I changed the fuel filter, changed the air filter, and I also changed the oil filter, which is down here. I also flushed the radiator out, put some new coolant in, so that I know whenever I go on my adventures that this van is running as smoothly as possible. So I recommend highly that if you're going to get a van bought second hand, that you do a full service yourself. But the bodywork was just absolutely terrible. Patches of rust everywhere, and loads of dents, and the discoloration, it was really light blue, so I've sprayed it back to its original colour. So I just got a few cans of spray paint, some clear as well, and I went over it and I made sure I was really happy with the outside. Spray painted the wheels black, put some wind deflectors on, just to give it that kind of stealth look that I wanted. You'll see that in my campervan there's no windows. It's built for my security and built for my stealthness, so I could stay anywhere and people wouldn't realise it's a campervan. So I'm going to leave Susie to snooze in here, and I'm going to go through to the back of the van, where I'm going to show you what's going on in there. Before we go any further, my friends, I want to encourage you to stay to the end, as I will show you some photos which I took of my phone of the step-by-step process I got to this campervan build. It doesn't include every photo, unfortunately, but it will give you a great idea of what it looked like before and what it looks like now. Also, I'll be listing at the end the cost of all the items, and I'll also be adding it in the description as well, just to give you a general idea that it doesn't have to cost you a fortune. To keep the cost down, I used a lot of reclaimed wood, a lot of reclaimed items, and I did a lot of searching to make sure I got the best price for things. With all that said, let's carry on with the video. So I built in these drawers. So the first drawer we have, from the top we've got 100 watts solar running down into my control panel and my 110 amp hour battery, and I have a few fuses in here, and I also have this is the alternator. So this is my charging alternator. I've drilled a hole through the metal here. I then fed it underneath, and then it comes up the side, and then finally it comes up through here and into my battery here. So when I am driving around and maybe the weather's not so great, it charges as we're going along. So this is the first shelf. We have the battery area, and then we have clothes and towels. This top here is all for storage. Oh, I keep everything in place, just a simple notch, and I've coloured them as well, so it kind of blends in. So from that we go along the top. This is a painting that I drew. It's actually on wood, and I think it goes really nicely on this wall. Coming along, all these are gas pistons. These are where I keep all my food, and then the same for this side. This is where we keep our food as well. Everything in. All the So from the top drawers we come down and we go along the middle section now. So as we walk in, we've got sugar, coffee, tea. This van is very limited to space, so I didn't have enough space to put it over here, over my cooking area. But this goes just fine here, and it looks very quirky as you walk in. Sugar, tea, coffee, and then my beautiful bonsai. This is my worktop. So I cut this to size, and then I slightly left it overhanging a little bit all the way along, and then gave it a nice oak stain finish. I made this in France. This is a wooden toy, and then it just holds a watch on top. And then I've got like a candle burner. This is a map for all the places I've been. And then here we've got some spotlights. This is for when I'm working. I can just pop them on. So while I was away in France, my partner asked what I wanted drawn, and she ended up giving me this, and I'm so happy with it. That's me here, and that's her. We're lying underneath these stars. It's like a magical fairy wonderland with loads of fireflies, and there's a lamp over here as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So then we come along here, and this is where we spend all our time sleeping. So how it works is, so you pull them out. There's one piece. The reason I've done it two separate pieces, so one pull out there and one pull out here, is if we just want to chill out on the couch and the other person wants to kind of just sit up straight. This is great. This is a great a build here for you guys if you want to incorporate this in. So just separating the two, and how I've done it is it wedges into place and it fits nicely into there. This one pulls out, and this one, I don't know if you can see, has a little L shape here. And then I bet you're questioning, well, what about this? This looks not very secure. Well, this is where I built, this is my bookcase where I put all my books, and then that's on a piston as well. And then it just keeps everything in place. And then the same for that one as well. Not a problem. My partner, she got the foam. This is memory foam. She had some canvas lying around in her house. A sewing machine. So she did all the upholstery for this, and it comes together really nicely. There's 3 sections. So we have this bit, and then this bit, which all form together to make a just under a double bed, which is more than enough. Following it round, we have my my beautiful gospel message here on the walls. John 17:21. This is my favourite Bible verse, so I wanted to include this. And we actually come on to one of my favourite pieces. So this is all reclaimed plywood, and I did that all around the edges here, and then I nailed it on, put and then glossed it over with some oak varnish. Sink, electric tap, gas cooker. They are proper tiles, grouted in. I've stuck them at the back with a mix of silicone and grout, so that they have flexibility when we're driving along, and we've gone over some bumps in our travels. It gives them extra flexibility, so when they're rumbling around in the back like this, the silicone acts as a movement, some extra flexibility when they're going along, but they're solid, they're not going anywhere. And I'm really happy with the finish all the way along. No gaps, and whatever gap there is, just covered in with some silicone all the way along the back. This is to give it water seal, and the same along here as well. Silicone all the way along and around the edges here. The wood was cut to the circumference of this, so that it slides in. I didn't put any screws or anything to hold this in place, because as I pushed it in, it was so secure that it wouldn't move. So all that's holding it in is its own actual force, and then to get it out, all I would have to do is knock it and it would come out. And I've just silicone around the edges, but this doesn't move either. Neither does this. This as well is cut to the circumference of this gas cooker here. There's no screws and nothing's holding this in place like this. This is all cut so it fits, and it's very secure. And I can confirm to you that we have driven thousands and thousands of miles all across Europe, and we've never had any problems with these coming out at all. So it just shows you, if you cut it properly, cut it to fit, and make sure it's a secure fit, you can get away with not having to use screws or nails. I know this is slightly off topic, but a lot of the Japanese traditional house buildings was used with no nails, and they have survived hundreds of years, if not thousands. So a good old trick from the Japanese. And then it's a quirky little, natural wood, as you can see. And Susie's bowls, her food and her water there. And that's the same process as well. That's the same design build. Just two logs cut in half, and then resting on another a log, which is cut slightly at the top, and then resting on some sawn wood. So now we move on to the lower section. This chair, again, I built myself. I'm very happy with it. It's very funny because they, as Campervan builds, they're never level inside. So if you was to take this outside, it would be slightly wonky, because I cut the legs to fit this van, so it fits in here perfectly. But if you used to take this outside, I think this leg's shorter than all the rest because it slightly goes downhill. That's no fault of mine, it's just how the van was built, as it slightly goes up there as well. I'll show you. So this is our desk, and then you come under, and then you've got all these. These are all used for space. I want to make the most of all my space. Again, the same design with these twist caps, these twist locks that locks everything into place. Same there. And a funky little thing as well is my handles are just cut up wood. And that's the theme throughout. And then the same here, this has a lot more space in here. This goes all the way back. So putting the chair back, it fits lovely in there. And again, another homemade macrame. And then this is a space for Susie's bedding, binoculars. And then there's just a camping saucepan set in there for more space and storage. This is where all our shoes go in here. For the bigger doors I've used a whole piece rather than half. It really looks so good. I'm really happy with this design feature, the theme. Whole van, I think I'm most proud of this. I'd say it's down to the centimetre. Everything is just by the centimetre to fit in this van. So all the drawers are fit around the gas cooker. They're all built very smooth. That's all our toiletries. This one here, remember I said it fits to the centimetre. You see? This goes back a bit more. It fits very, very well. I'm very happy with it. And we've got a gas canister in here and then a few toiletry things, like a mop. And we've got a gas supply. Going up into the cooker, and it's fixed in with a bungee cord to keep everything in place. And then here, guys, we have another pull-out drawer. This is full of our saucepans. This had to be a bit bigger, so I made this to fit my saucepan. Can you see? It fits in just right. And then finally, to where our water supplies go. As you can see, again, the doors don't have much space to move, but that's how I intended it. And then we have two 25-litre water tanks going up, fed through a water pump, and then these fit in so they don't budge. They're fit in by the wood here, so there's no room to move at all. And then I've got the waste pipe. Going down through a hole in the van. I was showing this earlier. This is my bookcase where I keep all my books. I love reading about dogs. And my Bible's in there at the back as well. And I just cut out these pieces here so you can kind of see what you're looking at, and it really makes it pop rather than just having a plain piece here. So I'm really happy with that. And then going along here, we have this is all storage, bedding and storage. And then again, this is all storage, more dog food. And then it's got oil in. And then tool bags, tools, oil, coolant, etc. The last thing to talk about is the lighting and decoration. So this is what I made in France. A lady was telling me about how her sister-in-law, she dangled a load of like driftwood from her ceilings, and I thought, what a great idea. So I've got some plaques on the wall, decoration ivy, my fateful clock, all my lighting. I'm very lucky. My dad, he had electrical wiring, so all the wire has been used from my dad's supplies. It wouldn't have cost more than probably £10 to get some good wiring, and just to do this probably 3 metre length. But I've used I've used some good quality wiring, and I've got some spotlights here. I've got an air fan here. I've just got the simple. All mine was on a budget. I didn't want to spend too much. Everything was on a budget. So that opens nicely, lets some air in. I did look, you can pay hundreds for air fans, and I didn't want to spend that much. And then the fan just adds a bit of extra coolness in the van when you're hot, and a bit of air to breathe as well. This is our control panel. So we have the lights, and then this is for the tap, and this is for the fan. So this just gives power to the tap. If I want to turn it off, the water pump that's there. I've put felt on all the doors. So it's just not a blue background. I've got some actually fabric here that makes it a bit more livable. And the same for this one. You might think, oh, why have you not done it all the way to here? Well, the thing is, I did do it to there, but the thing is, it doesn't create a secure seal, so it lets water in. So here, it matches up exactly with here. So this is cut exactly to where it needs to be, so it fits very well on here. And the same for this side as well. My friends, thank you so much for watching this video. This was my campervan conversion tour. If you stay to the end, I've got a few photos that I took on my phone to how I got to the finishing project. I've really enjoyed filming this video. I get to share my home with you guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like and subscribe. It's completely free to you. You don't have to pay anything. And I think that's all I have to say, guys. From me and Susie, I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later. Bye bye.